Hello there, how are you? I hope all is well and everything is absolutely amazing on your end. Welcome back on my channel. You're listening to Light Channelings once again, and I am back with a new psychic reading for all of you. Before starting with the reading, allow me to express my gratitude for the loving positive energy you're sending towards me. May God bless you with abundance in all of its beautiful forms. So without wasting any time, let's get started with this psychic reading I have for you today. Someone's parents are really blocking this connection of yours right now at this point of time. It's most likely going to be coming from your counterpart's side because they are parents of a man or a boy. If that makes sense to you, why I said so? Because the way parents treat and raise their daughters is way much more different than how few parents raise and treat their sons. And there's a reason why daughter-in-laws are not treated right and well after they get married in such sort of houses or families where toxic matriarchy or patriarchy is very, very present. And these negative conditions highly affect the lives of all of those people who are part of their family. Okay, so this is what's happening right now. Someone's parents are not supportive of your spiritual soul connection. I mean, most likely it's your counterpart's parents. They're highly against it. They are not approving of it and are not in a mood to approve of it anytime soon. And they actually are using their manipulative tricks, tactics, or any other kind of way to keep your counterpart held back or restrained from either reaching out to you, move towards you, or give you any kind of offer. They are adding fear into their mind or are making them fearful and scared of what may happen if they make that decision or make that move towards you. They are being very, very negative, very, very controlling, very, very dominating, and some of them are actually threatening your counterpart of some negative situations or outcomes that may take place or that they may create if they go against them. Okay, I was also being shown that there are two conditions here and there are two groups of people. In one of the groups, some of your counterparts have already surrendered themselves and they just gave up on this connection and on you, and they just went back into another direction and chose someone else. They may have already got married with that person of their parents' choice or their friends' choice, and now they are not happy and they'll never ever are going to be. I mean to say, they'll never be happy in that connection because it's injustice. They filled your life with pain and misery, so they won't be able to get away with that. And none of those other people as well who were or are involved in the creation of such unfortunate outcome to take place in your situation, connection, or in your life. Okay, for others, universe is asking you to remain patient in this situation because divine is going to intervene here. This is a very complex situation and there are too many factors that need to be dealt with first and foremost before you can see or you'll be able to see any kind of positive change to take place. Divine is going to help your counterpart transform for the better so that they can take a stand for themselves and break away from this negativity and these negative unhealthy patterns, cycles, and these constraints and restraints their friends and their family members are trying to impose upon them or restrict them into. Okay, it is going to take time. It is not going to happen overnight, or not definitely in the very near future. These changes are definitely going to take some good amount of time to take place. All you have to do is to remain consistent and persistent with your manifestations that you're focused onto or should remain focused onto. which should be completely intended towards creating a bright and beautiful future for yourself, for the highest good of all involved. Universe is not asking you or telling you to remain fixated and focused or worried about your counterpart or what it is they have done or what it is they are choosing to do. Your job is to focus on manifesting a bright, beautiful, and positive outcome for all involved and a good and healthy future for yourself. If you know very well that your counterpart has a lot of toxic connections to deal with, if you know very well that your counterpart comes from a orthodox family, or people in their family, or people in their friend circle promote or hold on to orthodox ways of living and being, they promote discrimination, they promote racism, or it's just that they don't like change, or they don't like bringing equality or fairness or things of that sort. If you know very well that the people they hang out with or are associated with do not like change, or they do not believe in growing or changing for good, you have to show understanding and give them space or let them go. Surrender this connection and give it to divine, because only divine can handle these people or deal with these people and bring transformation and change, because that's what's needed here. First of all, your counterpart needs to change and transform for the better, because it's actually their job and they are the one who's going to bring in these positive changes to take place or take effect in this whole situation and into the lives of those they are connected with or are associated with. Okay, you cannot do anything about this whole situation here. If you know very well, or if you have found out already that your counterpart got married to someone else and they just broke your heart, they just thrashed you out completely, kicked you out of their life, did not even care about your feelings, emotions, or anything, or the higher purpose of this connection. They chose someone else to either attract more wealth, prosperity, or attain more property or get more property because the other person's family is rich or wealthy, or it's just that they chose to please their friends, their family members, their parents, or society in general. They just did that marriage or got into that commitment to show off and live a life of pomp and show. Don't worry, they'll regret it later. Okay, don't worry about it, because some of them are already crying right now. At this point of time, they're already regretting the decision they've made, and those who are not regretting just yet, they'll regret that. They'll regret it very, very soon. Okay, very, very soon. That was being shown to me. I know this is not positive. I know this is very, very negative and devastating for anyone to go through or even listen to. But what I'm trying to say here is that you let go. You cannot do anything about it. If your counterpart did not care to give you justice, you just need to understand that they are nowhere near a match of you. They are nowhere near the level you're operating at. They are nowhere near in alignment with their own life purpose and divine truths. So ultimately, eventually, this person would end up going through a dark night of the soul where everything that they have created is going to be demolished, destroyed, and they'll be dragged out along those changes so that they can see the light at the end of the tunnel and then make a decision to change, grow, and evolve. That's what they have created for themselves. For those others who are still struggling and are trying to find their way out of this mess that they are into, or this struggle that they are facing, coming from their friends or their family members, parents in particular, they'll receive the help. But before that, they need to change their mentality, their thought process, their beliefs, their ideas around friendships, relationships, associations, acquaintances, society, relatives, parents, parenting, and much, much more. Okay? As I've told you, this is not something small. This has way too many layers and factors to deal with that it cannot change or be dealt with in one day, in one month, or overnight. You have to give it time, and you have to give it to God. Actually, universe is going to work with your counterpart. Your divine team is going to work on your counterpart and on their thinking patterns, so that they can find the clarity to make wise choices and decisions. I was shown that in both of these situations, where in one of your situations, your counterpart may have already given up on you and they just got married with someone else. For that, they'll have to pay a very, very big price, including those who caused all of this to happen. For others, where this is a struggle your counterpart is going through, or you are struggling with this difficult situation where their friends or their family members are not budging, are not even caring about, or are interested in looking at things from a higher perspective, because some of these people just want to win. Some of these people are very much into their own heads, because they like to please their societies. They like to focus on what other people are going to say about them if they bring these changes into their lives. Some of them are just not even interested in bringing these changes, because they think it's of no use, and why should they even care about you know um changing things. What's the need of changing? What's the need of development? What's the need to act different? What's the need to show righteousness or something like that? I know it's not very, very positive for you to hear or become aware of at this point of time, but I'm simply letting you know what's happening here. There is way too much rigidity in people's minds and hearts. People are operating out of their closed heart chakra and just thinking from their own narrow-mindedness. Okay, that is the problem. Just speaking the truth, don't get triggered. Okay, just speaking the truth. So these things are going to take some time here. You will receive help, but how it's going to happen, I cannot tell you. Don't expect a lot too much, okay, from your counterpart at this point of time, because your counterpart is actually swinging in between both of these situations, or they feel like they are stuck and hanged upside down, where they cannot make any decision or move in any direction. It's for those who still want to fight for this connection, or are fighting for this connection and are still not giving up. Okay, they might be on the edge of giving up, but haven't gave up on you just yet. It's because they are facing or dealing with their friends and family members whom they love truly, deeply, and dearly. But those people, actually everyone involved here, do not understand the real concept and meaning of love. They are trying to control, dominate, manipulate, so that they can feel powerful and so that they can get their way. They are not considerate of your feelings or their feelings. They are not looking at things from a higher perspective. They are not giving a forethought as to what if they end up creating heavy, huge karma for themselves. They are not thinking any of those things. They don't even care about such things, because they've seen other people doing all of these things for whole of their lives and get away with it. That's what they are focusing on to. It's not like those people who did that got away with their karma. That never happened. But they are looking at everything from a surface level at this point of time. So universe needs you to let go and surrender and allow divine to take lead and intervene in this horribly difficult situation of yours, which can only be resolved in divine timing. And when people finally let go of their need to control everything. Their parents want to control their son's life. Their friends want to make sure that your counterpart is pleasing them and prioritizing them over you, and is not paying attention to you or anything you have to say, because they don't like you and they don't approve of you. They don't think you hold any kind of value, or they think that you're not good enough for your counterpart. What they think of you and how they perceive of you is something you should accept or think a lot about, because it's not true. It's just their perception. It's not your reality. It's not your truth. It might be true for them, because they feel like that or they think like that, but it's not your reality. God loves you. God gave you this connection for a reason and for a purpose. God knows your real worth and value here. They don't. And that's the lesson they need to learn and are going to be taught appropriately in the most perfect way at the most perfect timing. That's on to divine and your divine team. How it's going to happen, you don't have to worry about that, okay? Let people do whatever they want to do because everyone is getting tested here. No one knows, no one among these people know anywhere near what love actually means. Yet they narrate their own stories of loving someone and, having that connection. Nobody knows here what true unconditional divine love means, and divine is going to teach these people what it actually means in their own way. This connection came into the picture so to teach everyone involved what it actually means. And universe is going to make sure that people do learn and are taught what actually true divine unconditional love means and how people love each other and how they should be loving towards each other and accepting of each other regardless of what skin color they've got, regardless of their surnames, religions they follow, the background they come from, the countries they live in, or the states or the cities. These things are not as important as the purity of heart and the strength of someone's character. Okay? These people have their own assumptions and conclusions they've made of you, and they think it's all true, but it's not true. It's just them living in their own illusions and delusional world. Universe is going to bring them out of that. Your divine team is going to do so. So show patience. That's what you've got to do. This situation calls you to have patience and show patience at your best because this is a difficult situation. There are way too many people involved and are interfering in your connection, and you cannot answer them back or you cannot do anything to make them realize what it is they are doing and how wrong they are at thinking so negatively about you, mistreating you like you have no worth and value, or looking down at you because you're different from them or you come from a different background, things of that sort. Only divine can teach them these lessons and they'll learn their own way. So you've got to give it time, okay? For those who already cross their limits, wherein they just gave up on this connection, broke your heart, backstabbed you, cheated on you, lied to you, betrayed you, and just got in a commitment with someone else or got married, all I can say to you is that don't worry and take it everything a day at a time. Hold on to your strength and learn to look at everything from a higher perspective. Even if this person is your soul counterpart, this person hasn't learned their lessons. So in no way, shape or form they were ready to unite or reunite with you. Yes, what they've done is a blunderous mistake, and it's not just a mistake, it's something bigger than that. It's their karma, definitely, and if they want to be dragged along here and there, not knowing what actually is happening in their world, then that's what it is, and they need those lessons. You've got to learn and accept that and continue to move forward with your own life. If this happened unexpectedly, abruptly, and it took you by surprise, you were not expecting anything as such to happen, still I'd say to you that remain calm, composed, and balanced. Yes, this may have shook you from core, but at the end of the day, It's only divine who's going to support you and be with you till the end. No one else is ever going to understand what you're going through except someone who can actually look into that. You've got to learn to love yourself. You've got to be there for your own self. You've got to heal your own heart. And you've got to continue to move forward, because if this person doesn't learn their lessons, or if this person proves that they want to remain like a failure and they are okay with being a loser, universe is going to replace your counterpart with another soulmate. Okay, this is what's going to happen. So remain detached and keep something in your mind that if something like this has happened, this is for not everyone. This is not meant for everyone. It's for those who know already something like this has happened with them. As I've also explained the other situation, in that situation as well, or for that group of people as well, you've got to show patience. But for this group of people who have already faced or experienced something so devastating as such, it's not just patience you'd have to show. It's your strength. It's your inner balance that you'd have to regain once again. It's your courage that you're going to have to show in order to move forward and not give up on yourself. It's that willingness to start things from scratch once again, to restart your own life from page one, or on a clean slate. That's something only a strong and a mature person can do. Okay, so that's the point I wanted to make clear for all of you. Just know that in the end, everyone is going to receive what they actually deserve. So look at these problems, these challenges, or these obstacles as tests for you to pass and overcome. Focus on learning your lessons, and no matter what happens, keep your connection strong, stable, and maintained throughout with the divine and your guides, angels, and ascended masters, because they are the ones who are going to remain with you till the end, no matter what happens. Okay, remain open for signs, guidance, and synchronicities that are going to lead you towards the answers of your questions and solutions that you may need in order to move forward. Don't hate on anyone. Don't send them negative energies. They are just very, very far behind on their spiritual journeys than you. But sooner or later, they are going to match your level. If not now, maybe in the future. So wish them well and continue to move forward. Okay, so this was your psychic reading. I hope this brought you clarity, guidance, and the advice you needed. If so, kindly share your experiences, your thoughts, or your feedback in the comment section below. Feel free to hit the like button and subscribe this channel for more such guidance, channelings, messages, and readings to be readily available for you on a regular basis. Okay, that's all for now. I'll be back again. Till that time, please take care of yourself and your loved ones. Bye bye.